boy in the corner. It's your boy. It's Kavi's corner.
Hello and welcome to Kavi's Corner, your daily Australian Open roundup show where we get into the stories and notes of the day. We set up some matches and we let you know what's going on. I am Kavi. Thank you for joining us here on the Game to Love channel here on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook Live. So we had a pretty big day on the courts yesterday, women's semifinals. Should we get right into it? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Actually, real quick before, I just want to let you know that you can join our YouTube membership right there. The link is right on the screen, just popping up. Just so you know, we are trying to hit a goal, a very big goal of 50,000 subscribers. We're only about 400, less than 400 away now. So our goal is to hit that by the end of this tournament. Also, please give this video a like, a subscribe, share, and comment. I'll be chatting and saying hi, just like I am right now with my friend here, Skiing Front Back, saying hi, Kavi in chat. Welcome, Skiing. Thank you for joining us as always. All right, I'm going to get right into it. Oop. 1 second here. That's the wrong one. So I'm not getting right into it. I was getting wrong into it. But now I'm going to get right into it. Here we are, folks. So last night, semifinals. And then there were two. This is from Game to Love at GTL Tennis. Here we go. Then there were two #Australian Open. Two powerful hitters and big servers, but only one winner. Who wins the AO 2023 final on the women's side? Please let us know in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. There they are, the two lovely finalists. We've got the Belarusian Arina Sabalenka and the Kazakhstan, the Kazakh is Elena Rybakina. So there you go. Who will win it? And we've got a hello from England. Hello, Angela. Thank you for joining. I'm over here in Vancouver, BC. It's morning time for me, 11 o'clock. I guess it's around 9 p.m. for you. So thank you for tuning in. My man Gary is in the house. Apologies. That's Gene, I should say. He says, hey, Kavi and everyone. Thanks for joining, Gene. And Peter's in the house. Hey, Kavi. Hi to BC from New York. And we got our first prediction. That's from Peter. And there he is. Gary, I knew I saw him. Kavi, I am so ready for Arena to take this final by the horns and capture it. Go Saba. All right, y'all. I'm going to get back into it. Then we'll get to some more comments. So next up, we're just going to get into the specifics here. So from Jose Morgado, Arina Sabalenka beats Magda Linette 7-6, 6-2 to reach a first career Grand Slam final at the Australian Open. She's now 10-0 in 2023, 20-0 in sets. Blockbuster final on Saturday versus Wimbledon champion Rybakina. Tennis balls will suffer. Yes, they will. The felt will be knocked straight off of those suckers because these two women can smash the ball. Beautiful ground strokes, big serving. We're going to see some quality tennis here in the final. All right, but real quick, a little message from Linette thanking people for the support. This is from @Magda Linette. Unfortunately, could not make it through to the final, but she's saying, I'm saying goodbye to Australian Open, but I'm proud of myself. This semifinal gave me even more motivation. This is just the beginning. I would like to thank everyone who cheered me on. See you soon. And yes, wonderful performance. Her serve was amazing. She gets so many balls back. She absorbs power. She knows how to neutralize power as well. So a lot of nice kind of block backs that landed deep off of powerful shots from Sabalenka all night. So she really made Sabalenka work for it. And then let's take a look at her photograph. Look at that determined look in her eye, fist pump, and a great tournament for the Polish Magda Linette. So let's give it up one time for her. Okay, now we'll get into Rybakina versus Azarenka. This was actually the first semifinal of the day. Here we go again from Jose Morgado. Wimbledon champion Elena Rybakina beats 2 times Australian Open champion Vika Azarenka 7-6, 6-3 to reach a second Grand Slam final in the last 3 majors. Very, very impressive. She will finally, and the reason there's a finally, I'll get into that, make her top 10 debut, is because when she won Wimbledon, she received 0 points instead of 2,000, which would have very likely got her into the end of year tour finals. However, wasn't meant to be, and luckily that's all in the past. Hopefully, we haven't heard anything from Wimbledon yet about this year, but there you are, nice fist pump. And it doesn't show too much emotion on the court. Some people call her the Ice Queen, but I kind of like that. I like the focus. All right, up next, the Rybakina serve. Here we go. This is from @Gil Gross. Gil is one of my favorite tennis commentators. Just a great guy. Give him a follow. I don't know him personally. I have contacted him through Twitter personal message, but yeah, he's phenomenal. If you like the micro nuances, this is one of the fellows to follow. He says, the more I think about that first set, Rybakina, playing one of the best returners and baseliners in the world, makes 40% of her first serves and still wins it. Damn impressive. Yeah, that is how big of a weapon Rybakina possesses with that serve of hers. Although in the final, she's facing a woman who has probably equal or maybe even a more powerful serve in Sabalenka. All right, and now we're going to get into Rybakina's impressive route. Check this out from Opta Ace @OptaAce3. Elena Rybakina is the first female player to defeat 3 former Grand Slam champions, Iga Swiatek, Jelena Ostapenko, and Victoria Azarenka, in a single edition of the Australian Open since Jennifer Capriati did it back in 2001 when she defeated Hingis, Lindsay Davenport, and Monica Seles Shape. And then it says @WTA Insider @WTA. And again, that nice look from Rybakina as she's looking forward to the finals there. All right, and now GTL setting this up, letting us know what's going to happen in the rankings when this final is complete. It says Elena Rybakina will make her top 10 debut after the Australian Open. Again, she probably deserved it last year, but it's all done. She can rise to as high as number 8 if she wins the title on Saturday. And by advancing to her first major final, Aryna Sabalenka will return to world number 2 at WTA Insider. So give these guys a like, give them a follow. They're pretty good. They're called The Game to Love, and I'm a big fan. So there you have it, folks. All right, now I'm going to get into one story that kind of blowing up a little. I'm personally not invested in this story. I'm all about the tennis, but it is involving a response by Azarenka here. So this is a post-match press conference. So if you haven't heard, Novak Djokovic's father apparently took photos with some Russian supporters and stuff. And for me personally, I agree with what Azarenka is about to say. So I'll share that. So this is what she says. This is from @Sam Street Writes. I don't know what the Srdjan Djokovic incident has to do with Novak at all. These incidents, in my opinion, have nothing to do with the players, but somehow you keep dragging the players into it. So what's the goal here? So she's being asked about this. She's Belarusian, right? And the Belarus, the country supported the Russian regime with all this stuff, and you know all that. So basically, they asked her because being Belarusian, and she says, "Look, it has nothing to do with the tennis," and I agree with her. And that's all I'm going to say about this because I'm not really into this. I don't think Novak told his dad to go do anything like that, obviously. So I'm going to just leave it at there. If anyone else in the tennis sphere wants to do their commentary on that, that's all up to them. But I think Novak has nothing to do with it, and it's not worth continuing to address. And something lighter now, I'm going to ask you. I like this. It says, this is from the Tennis Talker, @Tennis Talker. Do you miss lines, people, in tennis? Let me know in the comments. My thing is accuracy. So if we can get the most accurate result, the right call, I would go for that all the time. However, I will say that there is a little bit of a charm. Sometimes, they're leaning down on their knee, and the ball comes right at them and they have to kind of get out of the way. So it's kind of fun seeing them there. It fills the court as well. It gives it a little more character. But overall, like I said, I would take the right result or the right call over a nicer aesthetic. But yeah, that's my thing there. Let me know what you think. Actually, I'm going to take a couple of comments here. And this is from Ems. This is regarding Rybakina. Ems, I believe, from Ireland in the house, always supporting the channel. Rybakina is so down to earth too. Breath of fresh air. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Let's see here. Oh, we got my man Cedric's in the house, giving love to people. Hey, Cedric, nice to have you in here. Gary saying, GSL, my man Gary saying, this final kaboom. Yeah, it's going to be an absolute kaboomer for sure. All right, let's get moving on here. What do I have next? I've got, this is another fun one. What is your favorite moment of the Australian Open so far? My favorite moment, if you're asking, is when Danielle Collins mistakenly thought she had won the third set tiebreak after 7 points, forgetting that in majors it goes to 10 points now, super tiebreak. So I thought that was cool. I liked her response after she realized it. Nice little chuckle. And it was just a fun little moment. So that was it for me. I'm going to quickly see what you guys got here. Oh, man, comments are blowing up. So apologies if I miss anything here, but okay. Let's see. This is from Maria. Maria's a regular, and thank you for your engagement as always, Maria. Kavi, the same way we talk about the Russian players being punished by someone else deeds, can we approach about Novak's father's video, or is that not correct? Sorry, let me by being punished by someone else's deeds, can we approach about Novak's father's video, or is that not correct? So I think I feel like you're saying what I'm a little not fully getting that, but I feel like what you're saying is let's just let it go. It has nothing to do with Novak, and I agree with that if that's your sentiment. But anyways, and here this is a great way to put it. Gene says kids are not responsible for what their parents do. That's it. Perfect. So like I said, I don't want to get too much into that because I like to get into the tennis a little bit more. So let me know what your favorite moment of the tournament is. Alexander Lawrence saying Murray and Kokkinakis. Yeah, that would be an absolute. I mean, that's a killer. Honestly, that should have been my response, but I felt the lightheartedness of the moment. Okay, now where are we at here? We're gonna get moving. We've got this one made me laugh. And I call this Berunatini. So check this out. It's really funny. This is so Berrettini is doing a sponsorship with, I guess, his sponsor Boss, and he's putting a photo of himself from when he was younger, and he literally looks exactly like Holger Rune when he was younger. So there's Berrettini, and this is young Berrettini, but I swear it just looks exactly like Holger Rune. So I just thought it was funny how this person at Craig's Tennis says young Berrettini looked like Holger Rune. So anyways, let me know what you think about that. That was kind of funny. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna move on to some match analysis. So we had the two semifinals, these two women who can absolutely, or these two sets of women here who are playing phenomenal tennis. We got a couple of big hitters versus a couple of great returners and players who can like constantly bring the ball back into play and keep the pressure on these big servers. So we're going to start it off with the first semifinal of the day. It was Rybakina versus Azarenka. So it's just a couple notes. As Rybakina, believe it or not, it's only her first hardcourt Grand Slam second week appearance of her career, which is actually very, very surprising. She's got a huge serve. And of course, we've got Azarenka, one of the greatest returners in the game, two-time Australian Open champion. So we're going to take it away right here in the first set. We've got Rybakina serving double fault to open the match. So a little bit of nerves, and then quickly erases those nerves as she ends that very same game with 3 straight aces. Okay, we're going to take it away here in game number 5. Rybakina serving. It's 30-40, and she is facing the first break point of the match. Azarenka breaks on a nice point at the net for 3-2. All right, so now in game number 6, Azarenka serving. Now she's down 30-40. Rybakina hammers a second serve return winner for a break, and we are quickly back on serve at 3-all. Now in game number 7, we've got Rybakina serving and a game to love. So nice hold there for 4-3. All right, game number 8, Azarenka. Now she's at 15-40. She saves 2 break points, which was really, really big at the moment. However, when it gets back to deuce, Rybakina sets up another break point, and this time she converts. And now I'm writing here, so this is in game number 8. She converts for 5-3, and I write starting to control the baseline rally. So you can feel a little bit of rhythm now coming from Rybakina's side. Now Rybakina serving in game 9 at 5-3 for the set. She's down love 30, and then basically makes her way to 40-30 and has a set point. Vika saves set point with a running, passing forehand winner. It was phenomenal, and a very gutsy effort from the very determined Vika Azarenka. Now we had a break point comes up right after that. Rybakina saves that. Break point number 2. Rybakina hits a backhand long, and so now we're back on serve. 4-5. Azarenka now serving. Also, I wanted to note, up until in the last 2 service games for Rybakina, so in game number 7 and 9, and also game number 5 combined, she only hit 2 out of 10 first serves in. So her first serve, which is like one of her biggest weapons, was not firing so well to start the match. Now I have at 4-5, as mentioned, I wrote determined Azarenka takes it for 5-all. So Azarenka was getting pushed around, but just her desire to win and to get one more ball back was starting to kind of take over some points and giving her some momentum. All right, now game 11, we have Rybakina. First serve percentage is very low, and it's costing her. Okay, so she's down. Now Rybakina is down at 5-all. She's down love 40, and she saves 1 break point for 15-40. The next 2, she misses her first serves, and very easy second serves coming to Azarenka now, and both of them she missed, and there were very big opportunities. To me, that was the biggest moment for Azarenka to take over that set. Very shaky couple of second serves, and she just didn't shank them, but she just didn't get them back in, and they were very, very playable. That to me was a very huge moment in the set. So anyways, Rybakina ends up saving it with a deuce, finally getting a first advantage, I should say. She gets a first serve in finally after missing a whole bunch of first serves, and she takes it for 6-5. And now I have game 12, Azarenka up 40 love and holds to love on a strong service game. So what I have so far is in my notes, difference in the set is Rybakina lack of first serves and also Azarenka's determination. Okay, here we go now. Tie break. We get right into it. Basically, we've got a break at on the second point. So Rybakina's up 1-0, and then she takes a 2-love lead, and then she gets broken a little later. So now we're at 2-all. We get to the break with Azarenka up 1 mini break 4-2. Okay, so we do the changeover, and now we're just kind of on serve until we get to 4-6. And again, when I mean on serve, that means Rybakina was up a mini break the whole time. And so now 4-6, Rybakina has a chance, misses her first set point on a forehand error, and then Rybakina wins 7-4 on her second set point on a forehand error, this time from Azarenka. So set goes 7-6 to the Kazakhstani Elena Rybakina. So here we go. Now I have in the second set, game number 2, Rybakina serving. She's up 40-15 off of 2 aces and then hits a third ace for game. So now the reason I mentioned that is because her serve is now starting to get back into the match here. Now we go game 3, Azarenka serving love 40, and it's a break to love for Rybakina. And then also there's at this point in the match, umpire asks Rybakina not to communicate with coach from the far end. So Rybakina's coach was kind of coaching her from the far end, and especially that's not fair for the server, right? Because then you have like player on the far end, you have the server here, and then the player's coach over here or here, and it's kind of annoying. So that was just a little warning that was given there. Okay, now Rybakina serving here in game number 4. Hits an ace at 40-30 for a 3-1 lead. So again, serve is heating up. Azarenka now in game number 5 of set number 2 is down 15-40, saves a couple of break points, and then a big service. So I say big service hold here to stay within touch at 2-3, down just 1 break. Rybakina now she's got another game to love service. Another service game to love. The serve is heating up. And now I'm starting to note here, Azarenka body language is starting to get frustrated. I think she was bummed that she lost the tie break, and then real quickly she got broken, and I think she was feeling the pressure and maybe seeing the end in sight. So game number 7, Azarenka serve, back-to-back double faults when she was at 15 love. So now she's down 15-30, and forehand winner for Rybakina seals that game. So she's up 5-2. Now we have Rybakina serving for the match here in game number 8. So she's up 5-2 as mentioned. She goes down love 30, and then also double faults at 15-30. So now she's down 15-40, a couple of break points. She saves 1 break point with a big serve, but Azarenka would end up breaking on the second opportunity there. So now Azarenka is serving at 3-5, and she's down love 40 real quick, triple match point, saves 1 of them, but cannot save any more. And there you have it, game, set, match, Rybakina, 7-6, 6-3 victory. And yeah, it was quite the performance from Rybakina, especially in the second half after she got her serve going. That's when you could feel the momentum was really shifting. So what do I have here in terms of just a couple of notes? Azarenka's second serve points cost her throughout the whole match. But in the second set, she only won 2 out of 15 points on her second serve. So Rybakina just eating up those second serves. And also in the entire match, Azarenka, that second serve, she only won 6 out of 27 second serve points. So that was a massive, massive stat. I would say that was the feather that tipped the scales there, that specific stat. And then I also wrote 5 double faults from Azarenka hurt her as well. So in the end, it was a phenomenal performance. She hadn't been to the Australian Open finals since in 10 years, and hadn't been this far as well in a tournament of this magnitude. So wonderful performance from Vika Azarenka, but Rybakina, she is the one that takes it, and she is heading to her first Australian Open semifinal. All right, y'all, I'm going to take a quick look at our comments and see what's going on. Let's see here. Let's see. Gary says, I confess that I slept through the night, but got up to watch the replays, saving it all for Nole. Yes, I'm sure you are, my friend. Gary's a massive Nole fan, and why wouldn't you be, especially with the way he's playing here? Let's see here. What else we got? M saying, I like both Elena and Saba. Yeah, I'm going for Sabalenka. That was my choice from the beginning. I'd like to see her lift the trophy. But yeah, I'm also a fan of Rybakina. I said you can tell I'm a big fan of just tennis. So just love watching it. Sean Power, Kavi, and Nicolette was a good combo. Thank you very much. Yeah, we did. Which match did we do together? We did gosh, I'm forgetting. I've been doing so many. I'll think about it in a second. Try to remember here. We have skiing asking Jean, who you have winning, Saba or Elena? And let's see what Jean says. Jean says, skiing, tough one. I love both, but I want Saba to win. Yeah, these are it's tough times, when you get to the end of a major and you've been cheering for people on both sides, and if they meet, you're like, who do I cheer for? But we got a couple good ones at least here. All right, I'm going to get into our second semifinal, do a little more in-depth analysis. Just get my notes correct here. All right, Sabalenka versus Magda Linette. There you go. Nice couple of photographs that I'm going to pop up on the screen, as well as the score line. There you are. All right, so Sabalenka versus Linette semifinals. We got Very first game, shaky Sabalenka. She's serving and she gets broken to love real quick in just 4 points. So I write Sabalenka's range not on yet, hitting a couple of rally balls, very long. And then we have game 2, Linette serving. She's up 40-15 real quick, holds for 2 love. Sharper of the two, definitely, as Linette wins the first 8 of the first 9 points in the match. Okay, game number 3, Sabalenka serving. She had a big serve to take the game with a big scream. So kind of she's starting to get into it now. As she holds for 1-2, still down a break. Now Sabalenka breaks from 40 love down. And again, what I wrote was she's starting to wait for the right shot rather than forcing winners too early. So there you go, 2-all here in the first set. Now Sabalenka serving in game 5, love 30 to start, but then she takes 4 straight points and holds. So she's up 3-2. Linette, game number 6, I write solid hold, taking pace off of her first serve speed to get more in. That way, she's not giving Sabalenka looks at second serves, because as we all know, Sabalenka can eat those up, just like Rybakina was in the previous semifinal. Okay, game number 7, Sabalenka serving. She's up 40-15, finding her rhythm with serve +1. Strong hold at game to 15 for 4-3. And then Linette serving here game 8. She wins that one also in just 5 points, game to 15. Great serving continues for Linette, 4-4. And I write only 3 unforced errors for Linette through 8 games. So very, very tidy play. Now Sabalenka holds to love for a 5-4 set score. And then Linette, another strong hold right back, 5-all. Now we're getting near the business end here. So now Sabalenka serving game number 11. She hits her first double fault, but then goes on to win that game, game to 15 for a 6-5 hold. Now we've got Linette serving to stay in the set. She double faults to go down love 30, so tense moments, but she gets back to 40-30. Sabalenka does bring it to deuce, but there is a hold by Linette in the end for a 6-all tie, and we head to a tiebreak. Now, what I have right before the tiebreak, I wrote, Linette doing well to absorb Saba's power, getting lots of balls back. No easy points for Saba. Well, that would all change in the tiebreak because Sabalenka, off of the strength of 5 winners in the first 6 points, takes a 6-love lead in the tiebreak. Basically, this was the turning point of the match. Sabalenka just put her foot on the gas. So first point, forehand winner. Second point, backhand return down the line winner. Third point, backhand cross-court winner off the return. Then this was her only non-winner because it was a serve that Linette got a piece of, but it didn't come back over the net. So it wasn't an ace, so she didn't get the credit for the winner, but that was also pretty much a winner. Then she gets a second serve ace out wide to go up 5-love, and then a short ball forehand winner at the net off of a +1 for a 6-love lead. Linette would save 1 set point, but then Sabalenka serves it out, forcing a forehand error from Linette, and Sabalenka takes the first set, 51 minutes. So here are my notes for the set. Sabalenka came out shaky. Linette sharp from the get-go. Linette good serving, getting balls back, all set, absorbing power. Sabalenka finds rhythm towards end of the set, taking control of points and picking the right ball to attack on. Solid set from both. Sabalenka, 20 winners, 15 unforced. Linette, 7 winners, 6 unforced. So tidy numbers for both. Also, Sabalenka was, at this point, 32-7 record when winning first set in a Grand Slam. All right. And also, heading into this major semi, Sabalenka was 0-3 and Linette was 0-0. All right, second set. Here we go. We're going to run this down real quick. Game 1, Linette's under pressure right away, love 30, but she gets out of that one, holds for 1-love. Now Sabalenka takes the second game on a strong service game, 1-all there. Game 3, Linette. So we have 30-all, second serve attacked by Sabalenka, which sets up a winner for break point, and then she would convert that break point, takes a 2-1 lead, solid hold in game number 4 for a 3-1 lead. Now Sabalenka, now in game 5 on Linette serve, Sabalenka, couple strong returns for love 30, and it's a love 40 now, and I write big moment as it's looking like the end is near. Linette would save one of those triple break points. However, she had a slice approach that went long. So that one ended with another break. So now it's 4-1 Sabalenka, 2 games away. Let's see, Sabalenka down 15-40 and down 2 break points here at 4-1. However, she comes back and hits an ace to save a third break point and then continues on and holds for a 5-1 lead. Now, Game 7, Linette, relentless barrage of ground strokes this game from Sabalenka to start. So Sabalenka comes out on the Linette serve and is up 15-40 off some beautiful play. However, Linette does come back. She saves 1 match point at 15-40. She saves 1 match point at 30-40. And then she also saves a third match point at advantage Sabalenka. So really nice gutsy performance. And it kind of epitomized her run here. Just gutsy, keeping alive, forcing the opponent to hit another shot. And so I thought that was fitting. I feel like she deserved that game. I know it's not much of a consolation, but yeah. Anyways, game 8 now. Sabalenka serving for the match. She gets a lucky net cord for 15 love. So as what was it? Well, the commentators, Mary Jo Fernandez was saying, you always want to win the first point when you're serving for a match, and relieves a little bit of pressure. So that let cord really did that for our girl Aryna Sabalenka. And now Sabalenka, so now 15 love, and she's serving a second serve, and her second serve is like 4 feet long. Like, you're like, oh my God. Like, you just had a little bit of a panic attack if you're a Saba fan. You're like, what is going on here? Like, everything's been so great. And then she hits a double fault, like 4 feet long. However, that wouldn't break her. That wouldn't ruin her match or anything. She serves a +1 forehand winner for a 30-15 lead. Hits an unforced error at 30 all, but then an ace sets up match point at 40-30, and then another beautiful big serve, and then an inside-out forehand winner on the +1. Game, set, match. Aryna Sabalenka takes it 7-6, 6-2. There you have it, folks. That's yeah. So that's my analysis. The matches were very good matches. The better player, I think, won both of them. Big server, and I think this is kind of what most people expected. So yeah, we've got a banger of a final coming up tomorrow, and that will be versus Aryna Sabalenka versus Elena Rybakina. Okay, I'm gonna go into a couple of comments real quick. And I'm going a little too long on here. Sorry if that's too long for anyone. Trying to go quick, but these match analysis are crazy. Oh, Gene saying final, not semi-final, Kavi. My apologies. I've been kind of tripping over my words here a little bit. Let's see. Gary with a comment saying Magda is so fundamentally sound now. It's not Grand Slam champion level, but she can win tournaments under the right conditions. Can't wait to see her in Charleston, I hope. Very nice. Very nice. And Gene's letting us know Aryna has a biomechanics specialist to help with that serve. Yeah, she's done a lot of work on that, and it's great to see that it's paying off. Let's see here. We'll get into we'll get into a setup of the men's here, but we got M saying, I want Tsitsipas to win, but I'm in the Karen Club dilemma. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so gonna set up the upcoming matches for today. First match of the day is actually this one, and this is me. I will be calling this match. It's the afternoon match for day 12 action in Australia. We have the Greek Stefanos Tsitsipas versus the Russian Karen Khachanov meet for a spot in the final. So there you go, the Greek god with his fist pump. And then we've got Khachanov there with his hand up after winning. And check out this head-to-head. This is huge. It's 5-love for Tsitsipas. So very curious to see what sort of game plan Khachanov comes up with to adjust to that record that he has. I feel like Stefanos is really hitting the ball well right now. I feel like it's going to be very tough to beat him. And I also think he's the only player who can give Novak a real run. Don't see Tommy Paul taking a set off of Novak. But I do see Stefanos could potentially take one or two. So yeah, that's what I have there. Also, I don't feel that Khachanov would fare quite well against Djokovic were he to face him over Tsitsipas. And then, of course, the man we are talking about, the GOAT, Novak Djokovic, the second semifinal. This is the night session. So his sixth straight night session. So people have, I guess no one's ever had all night sessions like for in every single round, but Novak now this is his sixth straight night session. So there you go. Slower conditions a little bit in the cool air. Here we go. This is from National Bank Open at NBO Toronto. Semifinal number 2. Novak Djokovic is 9-0 in semifinals at the Australian Open. Tommy Paul is playing his first Grand Slam semifinal. Who's going to keep a perfect record at the Final Four stage in Australia? Will it be the American Tommy Paul, or will it be the former and potentially future world number 1 Novak Djokovic looking for his 10th crown in Australia? All right, y'all. There we have it for most of it. Gary saying, Kavi, you are so lucky to be on Pacific time. I'm jealous, but then again, when we get to Europe, yeah, exactly. So we got the French Open and Wimbledon for me is like middle of the night stuff. The Aussie Open, basically play starts at 4 p.m. my time. So from 4 till about midnight, I get 8 good hours. And then I start getting a little tired. And then, of course, the night matches begin at midnight. And those go on for another up to 6 hours. So don't always get to watch the late matches, the night matches in Australia. But I definitely wake myself up for the semis and the finals. Absolutely. Let's see here. Peter Zaremba says, Gene, Steph is a confused lad. Sometimes a heel, other times, well, not an angel. Yeah, I agree with you. I remember watching him play against Alcaraz. It was I believe it was in Barcelona in the 500. And, I think Tsitsipas just got frustrated because he kept on getting beat by Alcaraz, that he just didn't even go for a set point, and ripped the ball as hard as he could at Alcaraz. Alcaraz literally ducked at the net, and it goes way long or whatever. But yeah, he has these tendencies where he can get a little bit aggressive. He even got a little aggressive against Kyrgios in that Wimbledon, where he did kind of hit one ball at him that had no chance of going in. So yeah, a little bit of a heel there, I would say. This is a great comment. M says Steph should buy Twitter. Yeah, there you go. The ultimate heel of all heels. All right, y'all. Who do you think I had as the player of the day yesterday? We had 2 matches. We had 2 winners. I only can choose one. Who do you think? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to see who I had as my women's player of the day. 5 more seconds to go. And here we have it.
Saba, 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 Sabalenka. Saba, 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 let's go Sabalenka.
All right, I had Sabalenka. One, because Rybakina's had already made it to a final, and this was a major milestone for Sabalenka. And also, I could have given it to Rybakina, because to have such a poor serving set and to still win, that's a huge accomplishment. But like I said, I felt that Sabalenka's was just a little bigger, coming over a massive hurdle, 0-3 in semifinals in majors before yesterday, and now she has finally reached her first final. So there you have it, folks. That is going to do it, I believe. We'll just say real quick, we got, everyone, not everyone. Peter guessed correctly. M's, unfortunately, very close, but no cigar on that one. Skiing, Saba, Gene, Saba, Cedric, Saba, you all know. All right. So that's going to be all. I think I've already hit 40 minutes. Wow, this has been the longest Covey's Corner. I want to thank every single person for your for your engagement, for checking it out, for giving us a like. And please remember to give us a subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, trying to hit 50,000 before the end of this tournament. And it is very much a goal that is in range and we can do it. So please help us get there. And I will be back in about 23 and a half hours for another edition of Kavi's Corner. I will also be calling the Khachanov versus Tsitsipas match, and then we'll have Ben and JG on Novak Djokovic versus Tommy Paul, the second semifinal, the evening match. So thank you all for joining me. Once again, my name is Kavi. I will be back tomorrow and later today if you can catch the stream. And have a great day watching tennis, everyone.
It's Kavi's Corner.
Give it a like. I said give it a like. Leave a little comment, share the video, and hit subscribe. That's right. Check out this other video.